Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to my channel EDHAKAR'S Physics Academy. So let us we discuss about light, reflection of light is the topic. So generally what is reflection? So what is the use of the reflection in our daily life? So we are discussing. So first what is reflection? So before we are going to discuss about that reflection, we learn about the properties of the light. So light is a form of energy. So light traveling from one place to another place. Light is a form of energy. Light. So light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy. So so what is light is a form of energy different. So like that, light traveling from one place to another place. So when the light is traveling in a straight line, that property of the light is called rectilinear propagation of the light. So rectilinear, light traveling in a rectilinear propagation. What is that? Rectilinear propagation. Rectilinear propagation of light. Rectilinear propagation of light. So light means light traveling in a straight line direction. Traveling in a straight line. Traveling in a straight line. Light traveling in a straight line. Straight line. This property is called rectilinear propagation of the light. So light traveling. So what is the speed of the light means? Speed of the light is speed of light. Speed of light. So is speed of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter by second. So per second travel 3 into 10 power 8 meters. So this is the speed of the light. So light it has a different properties. What are the properties of the light means? First one is reflection, second refraction, third one interference, polarization, diffraction. So next one dispersion, scattering. These are the different properties of the light we are observing. In that property, one of the properties is the reflection of light. So what is the use of the reflection? So what is the first what is the natural source of the light? Sun is the natural source of the light. The light traveling from sun to reach to the earth. So when the light falling on the object surface, the light again return backside. The light which is return backside reach to our eyes. Then only we can observe the image of the object. Otherwise, if the light is not reflected, cannot reach to our eyes, we can't see the object. So compulsory light is required. That phenomena reflection also required to see the object. So now we will discuss. Suppose we take one plane mirror. So this is the plane mirror we are taking. So this is the plane mirror. Now plane mirror. So when the light is falling on the plane mirror, it will light is return. Again the light is return back. The light is suppose this is a plane mirror. So now if the light is falling on the plane mirror, so suppose you take this is a light, so it will reflect. So the light is reflecting light. So light reflecting. So it will reflect the light. So it will. So let us see here. First of all, we take this is the plane mirror. So this is the light. So when the light is falling here, so when the light is falling, the light is reflecting. Once see on the board. So red color light. So the light when it is falling on the mirror, it will be reflected. This is the light falling. That is the incident ray. The light ray which is return falling on the board red color. That is the reflected ray. So this is the reflection. This reflection phenomena we are observing in our daily life. Due to the reflection only we observe the image of the object. Suppose diagrammatically we can observe this is a plane mirror. This is a plane mirror we should take. So in mirror means what? One side silver coating. So before mirror that is a normal glass, transparent glass. How to make the glass mirror means? So one side is coated with materials. What are the materials we are using to coat the mirror means aluminum oxide. So aluminum oxide. So plus ammonium chloride NH4Cl plus some glue. So these are the materials mixing up to make a paste. So this is coated backside of the glass. So when we coated backside of the glass, this is become a mirror. This become a mirror. Why we are taking these materials only? These materials act as a opaque material. Opaque material means you know already. Based on the light traveling, the materials three types. One is opaque material, transparent, translucent. Opaque means the material which do not allow the light passing through it. That is opaque material. The material which allow the light passing through it. Transparent material. Opaque material example what stone, wood, we are taking opaque material. So many examples we are taking. So transparent, water, glass, these are the transparent material. Translucent, only some of the light only it allowed to passing through it. Example oil paper, that is translucent. So these act as opaque material. Why we are quoting means that is the reason. Suppose these are diagrammatically we write. Suppose the light is falling on the light source of the light, sunlight or torch light or you take. So the light is falling on the mirror. The light, this is the light falling. So the light which is coming from the source, that light is called incident ray. Otherwise the light which is incident on the mirror at one point, the light is called incident ray. This light is coming from the source of the light or tube light or sunlight or torch light. These are incident ray. What is this? Incident ray. Incident ray. So the light incident at one point on the mirror. Again the light return back side. The light which is return back side. The light is called reflected ray. The light ray which is return back side. The light ray is called reflected ray. This is the reflected ray. Reflected ray. Reflected ray. The light, this is the main point. The light which is incident on the mirror, that is incident ray. After incident at one point, again the light ray return back side. The light ray which is return back side, that light is called reflected ray. So now we draw one perpendicular line. Perpendicular means 90 degrees. We draw one perpendicular line at that point. This is a perpendicular line. We should draw one perpendicular line. That is a normal line. That is not ray. This is a normal line. Normal line. This is a not ray. So perpendicular line normal. So because of this reason, we get the two angles. So one is the angle between the incident ray and normal. That angle is called angle of incident. So one more angle also forming. The angle between the reflected and normal, that is angle of reflection. So because of what is this normal line, we get the two angles. One is incident angle, one is a reflected angle. So what is incident angle? The angle between the incident ray and normal. The angle between the, so what is angle of incident? The angle between the, so the angle between the incident ray, the angle between the incident ray and normal So normal is called angle of incident. Is called angle of incident. Angle of incident. So incident. So angle A. So what is the angle of reflection? The angle between the so reflected ray and normal. The angle between the angle between the reflected ray, the angle between the reflected ray and the angle between the reflected ray and normal. The angle between the reflected ray and normal is called what? Angle of reflection. Is called angle of reflection. We are taking angle of reflection. So angle of reflection. So because of normal, two angles are forming. So one is angle of incident, one is angle of reflection. So the angle between the incident ray and normal, that angle is called angle of incident. So angle I differentiated by angle I. So one more angle is forming, the angle between the reflected ray and normal. That angle is called angle of reflection. It is represented by angle R. So these are angle. So based on that, how we can define reflection? So bouncing, when the light ray incident on the surface of the object, the light bouncing back. When the light incident on the object or mirror, the light bouncing back. This bouncing back of the light is called reflection. Simply we can define as bouncing back of the light is called reflection. What is reflection simply? So bouncing back of light is called bouncing. So bouncing back of the light, bouncing back of the bouncing back of the light is called reflection. Light is called reflection. Is called reflection. So how we define this definition is, so when the light incident on the object, again light is returned back side. This bouncing back of light is called reflection. Reflection is a reflection. Now what is laws of reflection? So laws of reflection also we will discuss now. Two laws is there. What is that? Two laws means first law and second law. According to this, what is first law of reflection? What is first law of reflection? So we can write first law. So first law of reflection. First law. What is first law? So first law means so angle of incident equal to the angle of reflection. So angle I is equal to angle R. Angle I is equal to angle R. Angle of incident equal to the angle of reflection. So suppose angle of incident is 30 degrees. What is the angle of reflection? 30. According to the first law, angle of incident equal to the angle of reflection. Angle R also angle R also 30 degrees only. So based on that we explain the first law. What is second law? What is second law? Second law means so once observe the diagram here. The second law, incident ray, reflected ray, normal. Three rays. Three incident ray, reflected ray, normal. Lie at one point. Lie at one point on the same plane. So lie at one point on the same plane. Incident ray. So write incident ray. Incident ray normal. Incident ray normal and reflected ray. Reflected ray. All lie at one point. All lie at one point. All lie at one point on the same plane. Lie at one point on the same plane. So these are second law of reflection. First law, angle of incident equal to the angle of reflection. Second law, incident ray normal, reflected ray lie at one point on the same plane. So now one more angle also we are observing here. So once observe the diagram here. So here one angle is there. The angle between the incident ray and mirror. The angle between the incident ray and mirror, one angle is forming and glancing angle of incident. What is that? Glancing angle of incident. So here also angle is forming. These are the angle between the reflected ray and mirror. Reflected ray and mirror, that is angle is called glancing angle of reflection. Glancing angle of incident, glancing angle of reflection we are taking. These are different angles. Now this is about reflection and loss of reflection of definition. So what is the use of the reflection in our daily life? So without reflection we can't see any object. Suppose if you go to the dark room without light, we can't see any object. So why? No light, no reflection. That's why without reflection, we can't see the any image, any object. So we are observing a image of the objects. How the images are forming, we are discussing now. Let us we take that some mirrors. I will show that some mirrors. So mirrors. Now we will this small activity will discuss now. Small here. This is what which mirror? Convex mirror. This is a convex mirror. Once here convex mirror. So spherical mirrors. Plane. This is the reflection we observed in plane mirror. Reflection we observed in plane mirror. Okay. So this is a spherical mirror. Let us be discuss about reflection in spherical mirror. The mirrors which are in spherical shape. These are which shape? Spherical shape. This is the spherical mirror. So backside silver coating. This is the aluminum oxide or silver oxide plus ammonium chloride glue coated. This act as opaque mirror. Front side act as a reflecting surface. Convex mirror means these are concave. These are concave mirror. So here, these are concave mirror. Inside. So the mirror inside is bending. Outside silver coating, which is bending inside act as a reflecting surface. Outside silver coating. So this mirror is called which mirror means concave mirror. Concave mirror. So one more mirror also I will show, convex mirror. So next this is a convex mirror. This is what convex. So now we take. So once observe this concave mirror, it acts as a converging mirror. So the light ray is here converging. So the light ray, if you take this light ray, converge all the rays which are coming from that. So all the rays. So reflection in previous now before topic we discussed about that reflection in plane mirror. So now spherical mirror. So spherical mirrors two types. Spherical mirrors means spherical in shape. Suppose this is a spherical mirror. This is a spherical mirror. If you take this spherical mirror, so spherical shape. So when we cut the mirror two parts, we will get the two parts. So when we cut this spherical mirror, we will get the two parts. One is concave. So if suppose it is coated back, this is the spherical mirror. If we coated, so outside silver coating. So outside coated. So inside act as a reflecting surface. This is a reflecting surface. Reflecting surface. So this is the reflecting surface. This mirror is called concave mirror. The surface which is reflected surface inward is a concave mirror. Concave mirror. Convex mirror means what? If you coated, so this is the mirror. So these are when we take the mirror outside silver coating, inside act as a reflecting surface. That mirror is called concave mirror. Convex mirror means what? Outside is so this part. When we take this part we are taking. So inside silver coating, outside act as a reflecting surface. These are reflecting surface. Reflecting surface. So then the mirror is called convex mirror. So inside silver coating, the surface which is bulged outside act as a reflecting surface. That mirror is called convex mirror. This is the convex mirror. So spherical mirrors two types. One is convex mirror, one is a concave mirror. This is a part of the spherical mirror. This is the curved mirror. So this is a concave mirror. This is a convex mirror. When we draw this diagram